Welcome back to another moment on the Malcolm Stories channel. And welcome to another episode of the Dubois Dish. If you're a new subscriber and you're not familiar with what the Dubois Dish is, this is my platform where I have conversations with friends, colleagues, interesting people, fascinating people. It's basically my platform for me to have my Anderson Cooper, Barbara Walters kind of moment.
Are you the bitch she's singing about?
I was cleaning my makeup brushes and I just started racking my brain with all of these questions, things that I just need to know, things that I'm curious about. I have questions and I need answers.
Too many questions.
Luckily, I knew the exact person to call on to have the answers. WEEZA runs her channel called WEEZASWORLD, and it is honestly everything. This is definitely one of the most fascinating people that I've come across on YouTube. She incorporates her professional background in science into her videos. My favorite videos on her channel are when she does like the debunking. Like she will take a product or a brand or a collection and she will literally break it down. Like I'm a person who enjoys breakdowns. I need to know the figures. I need to know the bullet points. I need an Excel spreadsheet worth of information. This is my favorite episode of the Dubois Dish thus far, for sure. This is the conversation about the topics that you go on those Google rabbit hole searches about. I had questions, WEEZA has the answers. So this is the do's and don'ts of makeup. I am such a big fan of yours. I can't even believe that we're like face to face right now. First of all, I want to hear more about like your science background.
Yeah, for sure. So my actual degree is in molecular biology and biochemistry. Gooped. So I pretty much just work on like the molecular structures or like small molecular pieces of cells and kind of how they work and how they react. And when I was doing my schooling, I was mostly working on cancer. So like the effects of cancer, because cancer is just like a whole bunch of cells multiplying, right? So that's where my kind of passion lied. And then I also worked on some infant syndromes, which was really cool. And then after that, right out of post-secondary, I got a job with like a small spin-off company from the university for a drug discovery program, working for a really malignant breast cancer. And she was trying to, and that particular company was trying to bring a therapeutic to market. So it was like very small. Now I currently work in global business development. So I work talking about the science, not so much on the lab bench anymore, but you need that background in science knowledge to be able to speak about it. So yeah, that's pretty much where I am now.
You are iconic. Can you imagine?
Why can't you do both? That's the thing,
You
right?
can do both. That's what I love about you, though, is like now understanding how you relate it to makeup and skincare and beauty. I think it just makes you so dynamic as a creator, starting with clean beauty.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, because I feel like clean beauty is like the moment right now.
The what's what is like clean beauty right now.
Yeah,
And like,
why is that? And like, what makes a beauty brand clean?
sure, let's talk about this. So it's funny because it's kind of like a marketing thing because there's been brands doing clean beauty for years, but now it's starting just to kind of come to the surface because everyone's stamping on this like clean beauty on their products. And then now it's like sexy all of a sudden because it's like, oh, that's clean, so I can use it. But in the end, this stuff should have been done anyways. So when you say clean beauty, it literally just means non-toxic beauty. That's literally what it is. But clean sounds like more marketable, more beautiful. Using products that are non-toxic for your skin won't cause adverse reactions, won't cause anything like super wild to happen on your skin. There are certain ingredients in products that make your hormones act a certain way or make you get rashes and like irritate your skin. And these particular chemicals don't actually like have a purpose, really. You don't need them in the products. And these clean beauty brands have actually come out and been like, we can do it without these products. So why are these companies still using it and putting people, our users, repeat customers at risk for what, right? You don't actually realize that you're like the effects of like those toxic makeup until after. Think about like the whole Johnson and Johnson thing with the talc powder, right? Like we didn't know what talc did to us until people used it for 20, 30 years and then started seeing all of these effects and bad things happening to them, right? Clean beauty is just a way to kind of make it sexy to be like, hey, we didn't put any toxic products that may interfere with your skin and cause you harm in the future. It's so like minimally regulated in the US and I don't know why, because like we know, like we see when you look at the ingredients, there's that's why some companies, like you go overseas to Europe, Maybelline is completely different over there. Like it's a completely different like formula, everything, because they can't use certain products in Europe, so they have to substitute it. So why can't they just use those European products in the US as well? Because they're non-toxic, right?
For some reason, Europe just
Yeah.
seems like they're ahead of the US on a lot
They're
of
top
things.
notch.
Yeah, and I feel like it always just comes down to politics and money.
The Canada is a little bit different. That's why we don't have a lot of the products that you guys have right away. It takes us longer to get it approved here and longer for us to get certain things here. But it's still in the same boat. Like we're still regulated by the FDA. We're not by European standards. So why are these like ridiculous over 1,000+ chemicals not able to be used in Europe but used in the United States? So that's why when you go to like Europe and you talk clean beauty, like I'm Italian, I have a lot of cousins that are Italian family. I go there and talk to them about clean beauty and they're like, what are you talking about? Like it's not a thing there.
It's just beauty.
It's just that's just normal. Like we never like that was never something that crossed their mind. Think about Korean beauty or like K beauty. That's all clean, but they market it as clean here because it's more appealing to the American market, right?
So what is the difference between clean and vegan beauty? Like if a beauty brand is clean, are we assuming that they're vegan, or is that wrong?
No, we're not assuming they're vegan. So someone can be clean and still not be vegan. It's just using those particular chemicals that won't harm your body. That's literally the definition of clean beauty. So there's natural compounds that are found in the earth. So your product can be 100% natural, but it can still have harmful ingredients because in nature that is harmful to you, right? So it's very gray area.
Yeah. The next thing I want to talk about is makeup wipes, WEEZA. Because I have always used makeup wipes. I love the Neutrogena ones. Those are my favorite. I feel like they're like a holy grail kind of product. They're not environmentally conscious using makeup wipes. So like, what is the deal with makeup wipes?
So yeah, the physical like makeup wipe itself won't harm your skin. So like it's nothing to do with you. Well, for me anyways, I've also used the Neutrogena ones. I think that they're unreal. I think they're super good. They take all your makeup off.
Yeah.
But the reason why Neutrogena gets so much like hate is because in their particular makeup wipes, they use like microplastics. So they don't actually degrade over time and they'll be found in the sea, in the sand. Remember like that whole big thing about facial scrubs and using those beads?
Yes.
And those are made out of microplastics, right? So it's the same thing with these particular makeup wipes. And the problem is that these wipes are synthetically made. So they're not made with like natural like not natural fibers that break down over time. And then obviously the other big environmental thing is that the packaging that it comes in is like heavy duty plastic and that's not going to break down.
Oh, right.
So when Neutrogena made those little travel size, those like one time little like looks like Halloween candies, like literally like come to my door, I'll be giving you all Neutrogena. They started making those single one-time makeup removers and the world blew up because it's like you're additionally now have those microplastics in those physical wipes. Natural fibers eventually break down over time. They may not break down tomorrow, but they'll break down over time, not giving you as bad of an effect as those ones with the microplastics. I believe like Josie Maran makes a run, but at the drugstore you can find it from that Simple brand. That one, they're made of like cotton and then they biodegrade over time, which is super cool. So I've never actually used any of those biodegradable ones. I like started using like face halos as a makeup remover.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like obsessed with makeup removing pads now. And they're like, just wash them and do that. But yeah, I'm not really in the makeup removing world either, like the white world anymore.
I had to excommunicate myself. I've been using spray because I like Patrick Starr's one.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that one.
I love this stuff. I mean, this is incredible. And then people just kept saying to me, like, why don't you just double cleanse? Why don't you get a gel cleanser? I'm like, leave me alone. I will figure it out for myself. So I stopped using wipes, but I feel like that explanation makes more sense and it's more practical. I like practicality, you know, I like learning things, but I need it to make sense for me. Okay, just for the record, I have been technically using face wipes, but I got sent these in an Ipsy bag by a brand called Refreshments. Their cleansing face wipes are actually biodegradable. These are cruelty-free. These wipes are probably a lot better for the environment, I guess, than a lot of like the bigger brands. I love the packaging. It's super cute. They also have a fabulous hand cream. It smells unbelievable. So yeah, I think this might be a good, like, environmentally conscious more of a wipe option. Because I really do love wipes. Okay, back to the video. I try to stay on top of, you know, what products I'm putting on my face. And like, sometimes I'll just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna cleanse and moisturize, at day and at night, and that's it. Because I just feel like my skin reacts to like everything, but specifically products with fragrance in them. Why? I don't understand why. I want to smell like magnolias and peonies on my face. Why can't I do that?
Yeah. Honestly, it's just you. Like, it's just the way your body is, and that's just the way that it is. Because
I'm the problem?
no, but it's not you the problem. It's the particular way your body reacts to fragrance. So you think about fragrance is literally a chemical, natural, made up in a lab. It's still chemicals. So vanilla scent alone has like, I believe, over 300 something chemicals in it to make it smell like vanilla. So synthetically made natural vanilla, it has the exact same amount of compounds. So it's literally maybe one of those 300 chemicals may not work well for you. So if that particular chemical is found in like a vanilla scent and like maybe an amber wood scent, that's not going to work for you because that one chemical doesn't work with your body and turns your body off and you get a reaction. If you want to go through all 300 chemicals and try to figure out what it is, you can, but you don't really know what it is because the complexity of fragrances is just ridiculous. Like sometimes when you read the physical ingredient list, it just says fragrance. And it's like, that can mean anything. They're not required to tell you how they made that scent because it's considered a brand or a trade secret. And if they told the rest of the world, then everybody would do it.
What have you found personally that your skin kind of reacts to? Like, are you allergic to any chemicals specifically or any fragrances that you personally stay away from?
I find that some like lavenderish, rose, depend. If it's fake or like synthetically made, it doesn't work. Like, no, thank you. And I just don't know what it is. So I try to stay away from floral smells in my face.
I get so nervous because I'm just like, what is this fragrance going to potentially do to my skin? I just want to be like you, WEEZA. I want to be like a scientific chemical engineer who could like look at an ingredient list and just be like, oh, no, boom, that needs to be taken out. Like,
it's honestly a problem though, because that's the first thing I do. Like, I'll grab something and I'll be like, I just need to know. I need to know what's happening.
See, I love that. But yeah, I need to know what's happening.
You know, Paula's Choice? She actually did like a whole thing about fragrance-free skincare and why it's good and why you need to do it now. And she talked about like the irritation is not just surface level. It actually goes so much more deeper into your skin and staying there longer because those particular cells are just regenerating down there and just getting worse. I wanted to check it out and I read her whole interview. So I highly recommend anybody who's like super interested in like fragrance-free skincare, makeup, anything like that to check out that interview because it was super, super cool. I really feel blessed in a way to be able to understand the science part and be able to self-learn, but there is a lot of people that don't understand it. And honestly, that is the reason why I started my channel, is because there's a lot of people that don't understand all of this jargon and these like big words and these fancy words that they're trying to say. I also claim that I'm not a doctor or an esthetician. I'm not going to wave my wand and make you magically have glowing skin. I wish I would give that to the world if I could.
I just think you're so fabulous and fascinating with this wealth of knowledge that you have. WEEZA, I sleep in my makeup way too often. Things are opening back up, WEEZA. The clubs are open over here in the States. People are going nuts. They're in Miami. They're in Vegas.
I see
my
it on
social
the news.
calendar's getting full. I can't. The late nights are starting to creep back up into my life, and I like to go to sleep. Can you just explain why it really is so terrible for us to do that?
That's literally your time that your body is just resting and repairing itself. Your body actually undergoes regeneration processes. It starts to renew itself. Your skin can breathe and like that fatigue can like leave your skin, your day. You have to come home and wash your face from that or else you'll get clogged pores or just buildup of cells and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's where it lies. I think it mostly just comes to not making it a habit. If you do it maybe like once in a while, it's okay. You're not gonna like die tomorrow. I've heard that a lot of people that like don't regularly wash their face, their skin starts changing composition. Like if you have really dry skin and you don't wash your face very often, it starts to build up oil and you start to become an oily girl. Your face is like a magnet for everything because it's exposed to the world. Where at least with your skin, you're wearing clothes and whatnot. So direct air is not hitting your body and getting attached onto your skin, but your face is exposed. So just physical air, there's millions and millions of compounds, dirt, dust, debris, that's just flying onto your face. And if you're wearing makeup, it's like a magnet because it just sticks right on. So you have all of this stuff onto your face. So you want to wash your day away. and you want to be able to like let your skin breathe, especially if you have like a really thick layer of foundation on. In moderation, I think it's fine, but
you also have a boyfriend, so you also have to be considered somebody. I'm single as hell. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't care how I wake up or what's on my face. If there's a lash down here, it's fine. You know what? One more thing, actually, I want to touch on because this is something that I really had to do today. Expired makeup. Just the other day, I was with my cousin and she was like, she's had this Tarte Shape Tape for like, it has to be 2 years. And I was like, I really don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
We used it anyway, but I mean,
it's fine. We survived.
But what are your thoughts on that? And how often do you like to go through and look at what's expired?
I can be better. The problem for me is lipsticks, definitely, because like I just have like the big drawer of them, and like some get used one time and then I forget about them, and then like the next time you go to crack them open, you can tell they're not good just by smelling them. I try to do it at least every 6 months, but sometimes it's like 8. But it really depends on the product as well. So like obviously mascara, you want to rotate out more often than say a face or a base product. If it's a foundation and a pump, you should be good to go. It often has like the things on the boxes, but like I feel like it's so stupid to put it on the boxes because you throw the boxes out. So put it on the actual product. So I think now they're starting to put it on the product. Like I think bronzers have like a 12 to 24 months, something like that. But like actual liquid products, I think it's like 6 months.
6 months. Can you imagine? I just had to throw out my my NARS Radiant Creamy because like I will go in my email and look at when I bought it. Literally on the unit, it says 6 months. I bought that thing in January 2020.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I'm like, no, I'm not using this. So like you said, liquids and creams, I feel like I definitely need to stay more on top of because my thing is concealers and like complexion products. But I think it's super important to check for expiration dates and know that different products are different too. I know eyeshadow palettes usually always have the little month thing.
I think it's 24 months for most eyeshadows. But like that's why I haven't been buying any eyeshadow palettes in quarantine because I'm not wearing heavy eyeshadow right now. Eyeshadow's not really my thing. I'm more like of a complexion kind of person, but I can't justify buying something in quarantine if I don't know if I'm gonna be going to the club next month, you know? So like when it opens all back up and life is back, I'll go buy myself a nice little palette, but I'm just holding back on the palette right now.
You're so much better than me. I just started collecting a bunch of the eyeshadow palettes are my other like real guilty pleasure too. So like when everything really opens back up, like I'm gonna be strutting the streets and like new outfits, full glam.
Perfect. Like 9 a.m. you got the full action. Love it.
Get me a mimosa. I look fabulous. Thank you. Wait, so were you born in Canada?
Yeah, I was.
But you're Italian, like full on Italian.
Yeah, my parents came here for like better life and then they had me.
Guys, WEEZA is one of the most fascinating people that you will find on YouTube, period. Please go down, make sure you go to WEEZA's World. She just hit 1K recently, right, too? Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
WEEZA, I adore you. You know how I feel about you. You are iconic, and I am honored that we could have this lovely discussion.
Oh, the honor is all mine. I was so happy when you reached out to me. It was so fun. So I'm so happy we did this.
I appreciate you so, so much, WEEZA.
Thank you so much.